Non-lethal. You lose.
Exploding compression bullets.
No one likes to show off.
Unless what they're showing off is dope as
That's true.
Welcome to another episode of Show Off. We took a short break last week because I was not feeling well, but I'm feeling 100% better today. I've got to be careful I don't touch this table or it'll shake. How's everybody doing out there? I hope you guys are great. We are going to go over some channel updates. We're going to talk about some toys that came out were announced this week, or they were also released too. It's crazy. I want to chat about the Superman trailer because I loved it. I love Superman, so I really enjoyed the trailer. I love Batman more. Let's be serious. Batman's the number one. Spider-Man, Batman together, they're my number one, and then it's everybody else. And then we are going to talk about 3D printing and how it's just dumb ass luck, because that's how it feels. It's probably not, but this past 2 weeks, that's what it feels like. And we'll get into that. We'll get into that and all the 3D printing that has been done so far. So yeah. So one of the apps that I use to show the chat on screen, I found out right before the show that it is not, Google said you can't use this anymore. It doesn't follow their guidelines. And I am sad because now I can't just put the chat up on the screen. I'm gonna have to just read it and just, it won't be as cool because it's not on the screen. And while we're at it, why don't you guys let me know? What is your show off of the week? Yeah, what did you guys get anything? And after we talk about a couple of the channel updates, we will I will go back and we'll discuss the I'll bring back up the show off, because there's, as more people come in, they're not going to know what we're talking about. So let's see, YouTube control, where's my chat? All right. So the first thing I wanted to talk about, I guess, is something's happening on the channel. There's just so much happening outside of the channel. I wish I didn't have to work a real job. Well, this could be a real job. I hope I there's not a lot of time in the day to be able to make videos and 3D print stuff, and it's just so much. There's so much fun to be had in creating things. And but I know it's been months since I've actually had a video post. I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to bank a bunch of videos together so that I can have them out once a week. So still on track as my first sets of videos. We're gonna do the spray painting, a border tutorial. There's gonna be the Grail case. Where'd it go? Where's my Grail case? Oh, it'll be the Grail case Mercury first. So it'll be this size guy. It's small, can hang on a wall. So this will be the first actual second tutorial. The IKEA tutorial, I have the box here. I want to get rid of the box so I can put that up on the wall. We're gonna be doing a review of, not even a review. I'm just gonna unbox this, and the company. Here's one thing that I've learned. I can't accept a product until I'm ready to accept product. So, like, I got this lightsaber months ago. And I dig it. I got it months ago. I'm supposed to do 2 videos on them. One is a short and one is a regular video, which I'm hopefully filming today. And Saber Customs. Saber Customs, I'm sorry. I'm a very, very small channel, and I should have said no. I should have said no. Same thing with, there's a lighting company that sent me puck lights that I wanted to use in the IKEA shelf, which I am going to use in the IKEA shelf. So, yeah, I need to set up a system before I start accepting stuff and talking about them. Also, it's probably better that if I buy it and talk about it, only because if I buy it, I'm not bound to anything, any like constraints from the other people. So yeah. And then I think I'm gonna do like I'm gonna try to do like a vlog with very minimal editing. And the first part of it is going to be about transforming this room into being finished. Because if I was to show you, yeah, let's take a little sneak peek into what this vlog thing might be. Also, let me say hi to you guys while we're at it, while I'm setting this up, because yeah, the Bro Collector, my dude, what is going on? This guy, we're going to talk about an idea that the Bro Collector had for the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, link is down in the description. We're having fun in there. It's like everybody just got 3D printers now, and we're just printing stuff up. You can also show off your display case, which I'm going to go through a couple, not necessarily display cases, but cool items that were received by Cat in the House, and we'll talk about I believe it's Collectors Republic. They got their '89 Batmobile, so we'll take a quick look at that. 6 Scale Sith, welcome. Nihilist Gray, how's it going? We're glad you're here too. Love your content and sincerity. Thank you very much. MB Dyson, what is going on? Welcome. Winman42, my guy, this guy. We've become 3D printing buddies for now like a month now, going back and forth. Amazing. So some really cool stuff that we're gonna be doing or talking about. Maybe we'll talk about the storage stuff. I don't know. We'll think. Jeff to Space, welcome. Yeah, I'm glad you're here live too. Pedro, my guy. Points of Articulation is right now coming back, I think in July. It's the Sunday game show. It's kind of based off of Around the Horn, if you've ever seen that on ESPN. I like to mix in not just toys, but like pop culture stuff. So, and Pedro is the stat boy, man. He comes up with some really cool factoids that we talk about during the show. Yeah, it's great. And what's MB Dyson say? Having to do a thing keeps you from doing the next thing, right? Here's the other thing. One of the things I'm going to talk about in these channel updates thing is another new project that I just decided to freaking throw on there because I want to get it done, and it will kind of be part of this like vlog thing. And then Bro Collector, it was shocking to me how many YouTubers got free bamboo A1s to review. Ain't that crazy? Yeah. So anyway, this is what I plan on. I'm gonna give you like a sneak peek on like what I'm going to do. I'm just gonna run a camera. I'm just gonna talk to it. I'm gonna go around the room. I might even have a camera up in the corner to give you like a wide angle shot of this room. And it's all about getting the office to a point where I don't have boxes in the corner and everything is slowly getting displayed. And I have like, if I want to do like I won't do like a toy review. I'll do more of like a fun unboxing, fun boxing type thing. I think that's a word. I think that's a thing, where I'll open something up and I'll talk about it and say what I like and what I don't like, but that doesn't mean it's a review. It just means these are my thoughts. You don't have to take it in any way you want. I'm not gonna grade it. I'm not gonna whatever. And most of this, here's the thing, most of the stuff I'm going to get, if not all of it, is stuff that I want. So you can't really do a review, at least because in some way, shape, or form, I am going to like the item. Like if I see something I'm a little disappointed, sure. And that's why I think a lot of like reviewers in the in the beginning days, they'd say, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, but this is a great figure, because we want it and we want it to be. But anyway, Windhand, I'm still not sure why you have boxes everywhere. Just start giving stuff. No, I'm a hoarder, sir. When I become senile, I will be, what do you call it? I will have toys and junk everywhere in piles, and jars of pee just all over the place, because that's what's gonna happen. Oh, look who it is. I swear, every time you get a haircut, you come back twice as energized. You think so, bro collector? Look at that. I do like me a good, well, it's not styled or anything, but thank you. Yeah, I do. Well, also, I've had 2 weeks of not seeing or talking to you guys. I've been on other live streams, but it's not the same doing somebody else's live stream than mine, because I can talk about anything I want and do anything I want because it's mine. Leo Soto, welcome. I gotta remember not to touch this desk because I don't want it to shake. Luminaire Strife, what is up? I explained earlier, I do not have the ability to pop your chat on screen because of some incompatibility issue with Chrome and the company that makes it. They're like, bad. Let's see, Windman42, hey, can't knock a guy for trying, right? Yeah. All right, so this, wow, oh look, you see me. Let's change that. So I just plan on doing like I don't have I might want to get like a why is this still on me? Hold on one second, you guys can't see. Yeah, front, okay, back facing camera number 1. There we go. So so yeah, I thought all this time, like I'm sitting here, how I figure stuff out, I think it would be cool to see that behind the scenes stuff, that like to see me go from one project that I'm like getting into, and then suddenly the next day I'm like, ooh, something new and shiny, and then move on to that thing. So the first thing I'm gonna end up doing is we're gonna go around the room. Like the first thing will be like me just going around the room and, you know, showing the different display cases, and I'll talk about what I'm doing, and here's my 3D print area, and here's the closet that it's got a lot of stuff in it, so it has to have like the stuff if somebody sleeps in this room, and then all of the, I don't know if I have this properly stored, probably not. But this is just one room, and behind these little drawers is another set of drawers. This is on wheels. So we'll talk about this, and I'll give you a little nuggets about why this shelf is a junk area. It's like my junk drawer of the room, but it's a case. I guess that's apropos, considering this is a case channel, and we're gonna we need to finish this. I need to finish this, and that includes putting a rock background Thank you, Bro Collector, for showing us that in the Discord. We're gonna get panels and we're gonna make it look like a cave back there. And we're gonna have a shelf going right here, right above. I haven't decided. I've been trying to look at lighting it. We'll figure that out too. Gotta get this case going. So many cases. And these little cases right here, these are kind of like, these are Grail cases, but they're made different because they have 2040 at the top, so you can put a full light panel up top. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with these toys. I had an idea today about this, about making, like, if I could get a piece of steel, like, what do you call it? Like steel frame, and made into an L, and have it able to be connected to the ceiling, and then at the end of that L, or somewhere in there where the bottom like could hook up to make it be able to tilt and stuff. But I don't know how I would get that made. I have to find a company that would make that. Maybe you guys out there know. Maybe so it'd be like an L bracket, and then the ship would sit right on it, and then where it connects in at the bottom, that area would be, you know, it'd be able to tilt and turn and stuff, but it would have a strong way of tightening so it doesn't fall or flip over. And then I've got all this stuff. Look at this, the boxes and boxes, my Ninja Turtles, these cases, Ghostbusters, box. These Funko Pops have to go. Also, while we're talking about boxes and stuff, all the people coming in, what did you get this week? What is your show off of the week? I'm gonna show you mine in a second. It's awesome. I love it. Some of you, if you were in the Discord, you kind of know what's coming. And then, you know, here's the cases as they are now. They look like crap. I gotta, you know, this is all part of the finishing, and we're gonna, in the videos, we're gonna talk about that and talk about why it's so dirty in there, because I open and close this thing and build shit inside of it, and it just gets that way, and I haven't cleaned it. And then the stuff down here, we're gonna talk about it all. And then eventually, hopefully, we clear all this stuff out and we'll get into that closet. Oh, that closet is full of stuff. So yeah, I thought it would be cool to start talking about just doing it in kind of like a casual, talky way, and kind of like, I don't know. It's just something I thought about the other day. I was like, that would be cool. And if people don't like it, then I stop making it. That's all. And if you like it, and hopefully it brings other people in, some new people to 3D printing and all that stuff. And I think it'll be fun. Let's go back to the main scene. Another thing I want to say is I have updated now. With me getting ready to start uploading videos again, I have updated the member perks. So if you are a channel member, I have made it so that you get the videos first, a full week ahead of it being released to the public. So as soon as we get that party rolling, you guys will get the videos a full week. Because what, 2 days? Who gives that 2 days? It's only $1.99 to be a member. It also helps, you know, we'll get some PLA, we get, you know, building materials. That's all I use the channel stuff for. So we are going to, so that has actually been updated. So that's the long form videos. The shorts, I'm just gonna, you know, those are just get uploaded. There was something else I wanted to talk about. Shit. Excuse me. Ooh. Oh, I am probably going to make a Patreon and have all of the videos over there, especially the tutorial videos, like I think ad-free. I'm thinking about doing that. So, and Patreon's like nicer. So we're figuring it all out as I go. Again, it takes time. I got a lot of stuff outside of work. I haven't even seen, what do you call it? I haven't seen Thunderbolts yet, or Sinners. So, yeah. The next movie I'm going to see is we're going to take the little one to go see Lilo and Stitch. So, I need to get out there and see Thunderbolts and stuff, but there's a lot of time. You know, my time is taken, my day is taken. Like tomorrow, I have to work all day instead of filming videos and editing and all that stuff. So yeah. Anyway, that's what's happening with the channel. There's going to be a build-up of videos, and then I will trickle them out so that there is not a week where we don't have videos. And all of the stuff that we've talked about in the past, like we're still doing the charity case. In fact, charity case, the display case for kids charity. I mean, that's what we're gonna make it into a Death Star hallway version. So we're testing that out now. We'll talk about that later in the live stream. Let's go to the chat so I can see if anybody's talked about their what their what do you call it? What their show off is? Yes. What's your show off? Let's go. Let's see. Cat and House, welcome. I can't show again. I can't show anybody's chat on screen because of incompatibility. MB Dyson says, I blame bro Thor for the mess. Yeah, that is a good one, dude. Yes, fucking you rock, dude. Love that, love that. Nihilist Gray received the Dewback and Trooper and TPM Darth Maul. Oh, awesome. That's great. I'm on the. I thought I would want. I have the original Maul, but I think I just want the other one. The sculpt is so much better. I'm on the wait list for that. Unless I find somebody who can grab one for me. I had to put the Dewback and the Stormtrooper aside to rest, but I will eventually grab those. That is amazing. Congratulations on those. 6 scale Sith. Oh, you got your Jack Sparrow. Amazing. Yes. Cat in the House. Lots of unboxing this week and show off and 3D printing. Yes. And Cat in the House, I'm going to be showing off your Voyager a little bit later after this segment. Because it's fucking awesome. What's up, Henry? My man. You must, your ears must have been burning because we're bringing, in July, Points of Articulation is coming back. Henry has been a part of it from the beginning. He is a regular member. The other, contestants get switched around, but Henry is always there. And welcome to Display Base. Awesome. 1/6 Delight. What is going on? Windman42, just so everyone knows, I'm the charity case, so send all your extra figures to me. Oh, Windman. And then MB Dyson, I got my Flash figure, took forever for the fastest man alive. Isn't that always the way, especially in this day and age with the way shipping is, and it's getting way too expensive. It's totally bullshit. But here's my show off of the week. I'm going to see if let's see, there. Yes. There it is. It is the Artisan Anakin. Some of you guys have already seen it, and yes, it is a shame that it's still in its box. I know. I want to take it out and stick it on. I also have Sith Eyes coming, but the dark side Anakin up there needs his light side. let's see, right here. Oh, so look, it's a cool box. I mean, to be honest, I don't give a shit about boxes, but I tend to keep them anyway. Like this art box, you know, here's the thing. I don't plan on, if I ever have to need a storage container, it's time to get, it's time. Why need storage container? Spend money on storing your boxes. So here, there we go. Oh, look at that. Looks good. That's the figure in there. And then, there it is. Looking sharp. I know what you want to see first. It's the body. You guys, you want to see the body first, obviously. Because, I mean, look at that. Now, you know, if we're going to call something Artisan, obviously, I've said this a billion times, they should have called this line I said this the other, they should have called it the hairline. Yes, the hairline. But like if you're going to call something Artisan, to me that means premium everything. So this should have been leather. I mean, what are you going to do? So, directions. Robe. And then the other stuff, which is, should have had another camera set up. And it's pretty much the same stuff as the other light side release, except this comes with a USB lightsaber, but only one. They should have made Count Dooku's lightsaber USB, but they wasted an opportunity. But you know, you guys have heard all this if you're into the 1/6 community. Like this should have been USB. I mean, we can always make it USB. We can turn this into a light up saber like this one. So yeah. And then you got the regular one that's not light up. I am pretty stoked that they're doing this now. I know it's not as bright, but they're doing this instead of having a full arm that you have to have. And then the rest is, let's see, what is this? This is, oh, it's the USB pack, whatever. And then some arms and stuff, you know. And then this. Is he? It's not bad, and I want to run my hands through his hair. Ah, look at that. Oh, yes. Ah. So, yeah. This is... Or, if I want to be like we're on Futurama, I'll just keep it in this. And just have it on the shelf. Just a shelf of heads. Shelf of heads. So yeah, so that's my show off of the week. I was excited when they announced it. I was lucky enough to get it during the first run, which I still think they should do a timed thing where it's like 2 or 3 days, maybe even just 1 day. And if you want to order it, you order it. If you don't, you don't. Because that seems to be working for Mondo. And same thing with InArt. Like InArt will have a figure available for like a month, which is one of the figures we'll talk about later. That I'm like super excited for. But yeah, that's the show off of my show off of the week. Did I put it back together right? Let's see. Yes, it's going back. It's going back into a box because I think I'm just I think I'm just so used to being an inbox collector from when I was from the the days of Hasbro and hunting down the vintage style figures. I'm just what the see? What? Why is this not part of the, like, glued onto the box? Like, why? And now they're making it. Yeah. You know what? Screw it. We'll just throw that away. Boo! Boo, Hot Toys. All right. Let's see. What do we have going on here? Bro Collector got squat. No, Bro Collector. No pickups, nothing. Sometimes that happens. Usually it's like, I've only recently started like picking and choosing and pre-ordering stuff again. So it's like, you get one here, you get one there. It's okay. It's okay. You're still a collector. Love you. Cat and a half, not even a 3D reel. Pedro, the only thing that I received this week was the Elvira signature certificate that was included with the Tweeterhead one. So you got the certificate, just not the statue yet. If that's what, okay, but it's coming. And Tweeterhead's a good company. That's killer. Cat in a house on the couch for Anakin and throw off Vader. That might be, yes. We might have to do that. We'll put it in the, yeah, we're gonna do that. Oh, let me back. Randall merch is coming. Randall merch is coming. I forgot to mention that. So like, yeah, have a couple of things that I'm making at the moment. I'm putting things together. I'm drawing some things. So yes, there will be Randall merch. So it should be fun and interesting. And if you want any other merch, it's down in the description. You can get this Point of Articulation shirt or Vader on the couch. Those links are down below. And then in the store, there's all kinds of other stuff. Let's see. Luminary Stripe, head in the jar, Futurama style. Yup, exactly. I gotta say that art box seems like a keeper. It's very nice. But I live in a city and like my house is not very, like, there's not a lot of room here. Giraffe neck. Yeah, that's exactly what that looked like. And that new clear piece at the top, that's the first one I've gotten that's like that. So I'm interested to see how that happens. MB Dyson, fine pleather craftsmanship is not a thing. LOL, exactly. Cat in the house, that is so nice. The head sculpt, it is. And welcome, Clinton Martin. Welcome. All right, so the first, now we're gonna move into this, but it won't necessarily be display cases. Well, I guess you'll see this. This isn't a display case, so here we go.
Honestly, it's impossible.
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps.
This is what I want to show today. One of the things. It is gorgeous, and it is on a display case made out of a garage shelf. And look at that, and a little diorama in the back. Cat in a house, killing it with his figures or ships. And this is the Voyager. Just got this, and it's amazing. Such a good figure. I mean, figure. Such a good figure. It's a ship, damn it. I'm digging it. Let's see. I want to show. Oh, here we get some close-ups. You even those are lit up too. Where did you get that setup? Did it come with the ship? Wow, this is awesome. Look at the little, look at where the shuttle goes in. Look at that little area. That looks great. Wait till you guys see it. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, well, we gotta get, yes, the original. Look at that. These are great. Where did you get these? Like, are these I guess they are limited since you got them. What does that one say? Oh, that only 10 of those were made? Damn. Of the Enterprise. Nice. That is a beautiful, beautiful display right there. But later, well, there's so many. Oh, wow. I didn't realize, like, the painting is great on this. There's the shuttle. Wow. God, I love Star Trek. I wish I would have brought this. Here's something else. Look at that. ATST. It's let's see, what scale is this? 1/15 scale. It's 22 inches tall, and it's cool AF. Look at that. I'm digging it. That's also from Cat in the House. Ah, these look like shots that the the ship, the Voyager, it's in the sky. It's amazing. And the lens flare that you have going on there, holy cow. I love these. So cool. Such a cool little ship. Little, it's massive for a collectible. But yeah, let's see. And then also friend of the channel. Everybody has a different name on different things. So like, I believe Collectors Republic. If you probably saw this in the Jazz Inc. Board, but they got the 89 Batmobile, and under it is the Justice League Batmobile, I believe. Yeah. So what they did was, and I think I've shown this before, is they built an aluminum display case above their garage shelf, so you can utilize that extra space and measure to the ceiling and add a display, an enclosed display on top of your garage shelf. So so yeah. Oh, that was the Enterprise E. Hey, I don't memorize this stuff. I watched I religiously watched now the E is Next Generation, right? Revoke my Star Trek card. Here's the thing. Like, when somebody talks about like figures and stuff not being like screen accurate, most of the time I can't tell, because I don't memorize that stuff. Like, this to me is like fucking, it's awesome. I didn't know there's some screen inaccuracies with like zip ties and stuff like that. I don't know. I still love it. Am I gonna get the Blitzway one? I have no idea yet. I don't know. I think I'm enjoying that one. So when people get down to like the nitty gritty of things, it's hard for me to figure out if one's screen accurate or not. And yeah, I totally bungled the the thing, but thank you, Cat in the House and Collectors Republic. You guys, again, this was all in the Discord. I will show you real quick some of the things that we have in here. So let's see if I can make this bigger. I guess not. So on the side here, you know, a little welcome, you join, we say hello, some announcements, you know, talk about things that get announced, obviously. And then we have, you know, show off your display case, which we just showed off. You know, some tips and tricks. So people getting advice on how to display things, on how to make things for the display case. And then Box Fetish is the area of unboxings. So if you get something new and you want to show it off, it's in the Box Fetish area. We got toy news and toy talk. Oh, this is a cool. These are 2020 aluminum extrusions, and they seem to work perfectly with the DeLorean, the Mark III DeLorean. So yeah, that was from RK. And then our 3D printing section. Holy cow! I'm gonna show these. Wow, bro collector. I need to print these. Holy cow, look at that. God, I wish, well, I guess I can do different colors on my printer. You just have to like manually remove them. So yeah, so here we'll be talking about 3D printing later, but there's, yeah, this is the 3D printing section. So you can come in and join and talk 3D printing and help other people out, because sometimes when we talk about it later, sometimes things go wrong and you're like, what the hell went wrong? And then you explain it to the community and they're like, oh, did you try this? Did you try that? And yeah, I love that. All right, let us go to the next thing, and we're going to talk about a couple of toys that I am excited for. Not necessarily everything that happened this week, and not everything is from this week. Let me see if I can open, let me open this up. New window. Let's see. The Voyager's gorgeous. Let me go back to the top here, if I can get, I wish I could click on these and show them on screen. Keep in mind there's a, Winmans, keep in mind there is a market for art boxes. Yes. Yes. So I'll just sell my art boxes. I think that's what's going to end up happening, because I don't plan on selling any of these. Let's see. Leo Soto, it looks great. Pedro Lopez, we received the Elvira. Oh, back in February, they mailed it. The certificate separate. Oh, you're gonna have to show us the statue. Yeah, I want to see that. I don't see too much like in the social medias about different statues, but I do want to see that Tweeterhead Elvira statue. Heck yeah. Cat in the House. No, 2 separate builds. Okay, Windman 42. That is really amazing. Seriously, Nihilist Gray. That Voyager is gorgeous. The original series is from Master Replica. Wrong plaque. Okay, but still, and Master Replica, I don't believe is in. They're not a thing anymore. And boy, do I want their Millennium Falcon. Cat in the House says the Voyager is a custom job. Well, kudos to the artiste. It's very good. Nihilist 1701E. Pedro, that's the Enterprise E. Love the Batmobile setup. Yeah, that Batmobile setup looks great. Jules7143, how long have you been printing for? A month. It's been like a month. Windman42, correct me if I'm wrong. It's been like a month and a half or something. Or it hasn't been that long. I've just really started getting into it, and I am loving it. And I've even designed, or maybe it's been 2 months. I've even been have been designing my own parts and stuff, which is also fun. I'm about to move up to Fusion for my CAD. I was playing around with Tinkercad, but it's not as deep as I wish it was, especially for all the stuff that's going up in this brain right now of all the things I would love to do and make. But yeah, and welcome to the stream. Let's see, Windman42, what? I needs that. We all needs that. You're either talking about the Enterprise or the case. I don't know. Oh, the boxes. Yeah, man, those boxes are amazing, Bro Collector. You'll have to share the link. Oh, you will share the link. The Bro Collector says, I'll drop the link in the Discord. Found it on the Maker's World. All right. Where you guys got it all under control. Let's see, Pedro Lopez, I'll send a pic via Instagram. Sounds great. Commander Green, welcome. We are about to talk about some Star Wars in a second. So you're just in time. Windman42, yeah, sounds like a little over a month. We had to coax him into it, but he is on a roll. So Jules, yeah, you're new. A friend of mine had a printer that they were just gonna put in storage, and they're like, I'm just gonna put this in storage and probably never use it. You want it? So I said, sure. That was 1.5 years ago. Yeah, a year ago this past January. So I was sitting on a printer for over a year. And then Windman42 started printing things. And he sent me this and a bunch of other stuff that is in the closet that I don't have access to at the moment. But this is what got me motivated to be like, oh. And he's like, hey, just watch a video, stupid, and then print. He didn't say stupid, but I'm doing it for effect. But what do I do most of the time? I watch videos and I fix things. So why didn't I just start printing? And I did. And now I'm loving it, except for the times where I can't get a print to work. But we'll talk about that later. I don't have that much time, but I see your work in the background. Looks nice. Like, here's some more of it. I got so much. Oh, yeah. So much for the 3D printing. And yes, so I built this all, except I didn't really make the garage shelves. But I made all the stuff else in it. It's your time. I'm glad this is supposed to be entertaining. Yes. I'm glad you're dying, but not in the real sense, but in the really laughy laugh sense. Thank you. Commander Green, I really need some 3D printed parts for the dioramas that I've been working on. I need to look into picking up a printer. Dude, come to the Discord. A lot of the guys were in your spot, and all of a sudden, it seemed like everybody who didn't have a printer just started and went out and got a machine. So yeah, come get a printer, join us. I'll send you whatever files you need. Yeah, like this is a computer panel of the Death Star. Like these are all Death Star things, but Windman42, for the record, I did not say stupid. If memory serves me, I said jackass, lol. That might be true. So I started printing, and yeah, and we are at just like, I'm loving it, and I can't wait to design things and stuff like that. Let's see, what does Jules say? See, I draw and had to get a machine. Oh, okay. So I have an Ender 3. That's a good, yeah. I just have one that down the road, when I feel more comfortable into the printing, I'll probably end up buying another one because I want to do multicolor prints. And I have the Anchor Make, which is now Eufy Make. They were bought out, and I can't. It's hard to switch out. It's not hard. You just gotta switch out the colors, and then, you know, Anchor Make was actually making an attachment for this printer, which had a head with 6 nozzles that had a spot for 6 different colors of PLA, and then they got bought out, and they canceled the project. It looked amazing. They even had a prototype, and it looked like it printed awesome. And it cost more than the printer, I believe. But you could print 6 different, no little poops. You know, the little plastic, when you switch colors, no little poops. Yeah, join the Discord. I did. And I never used Discord before, LOL. I'm mostly printing things for my DTOF dios, which really was, this was Winman. Yeah, Winman, talking to Commander Green. Yeah. Yeah, Winman never used Discord. I kind of forced him into Discord. That was a funny statement. Anyway, Jules, yeah, that's what I'm doing now in layers. Awesome. Well, yeah, we're going to be doing more 3D printing stuff on here and dioramas and figuring out ways like with this. So this is a display case where I normally have a wooden shelf, but I 3D printed these perfectly slot-in shelves. I will glue these ends together, but for the Death Star, I'm going to keep the line in the middle, and then so it looks like 2 different slabs. So you're walking on 2 different tiles. But anyway, all right. Let's get to the first thing I wanted to talk about that I'm excited about. I don't know if you're excited about, but what the hell? Did Hot Toys forget that it's May the 4th and not May the 14th? Because boy, did they drop a lot of things on May the 14th. So May the 14th be with you if you are a Star Wars fan. So many things, including we had a chopper in Imperial disguise, which I went and picked up. I don't even have the regular chopper yet, but I will get chopper because I love chopper and I love, you know, the droids. I haven't fallen in love yet with the live action versions of the Ghost Crew. This is where I'm hoping Hano comes in and makes the animated versions of them. We also got a new Commander Cody, which is an exclusive. I guess they feel like there's so many Commander Codys out there that they only need to make a couple thousand or 3,000. Wait, how many Codys are they making? Let's see. How many Codys are you making? It is 3,000. That's still a lot. I still think that's a lot. They also came out with an 212th Airborne Trooper. You saw them in the on I believe Utapau in the Revenge of the Sith. Those look cool. Also limited. Now, why would you do that? Like, some people are gonna want more than one of those, especially if you're a trooper collector, like my guy Commander Green, trooper collector. But we're not gonna talk about those. Also, like Commander Cody, the difference between the original and that one is now you get, I believe you just get the Phase 1 helmet, which is cool. I have the original. He's in a box back there. He's going to be released at some point. But I really wanted not just the chopper for the episode it's based on, but the BD-1 and the mouse droid. The mouse droid. I'm gonna get a mouse droid when I go to Galaxy's Edge in June. I'm gonna get a mouse droid from the droid shop because I cannot wait. Now, also was teased that day. It wasn't like they didn't like release it and you know, you saw pictures of it. It was the Darth Vader. Actually, before we get to the Darth Vader, there was the Now, this makes no sense. It's the Revenge of the Sith anniversary. And you have a lot of Revenge of the Sith stuff that was announced. Also, some of the exclusives like the Chopper, Cody, and the Airborne Trooper have been released. So if you order those, they will be coming soon. Now, they decided to announce their Artisan edition from Attack of the Clones, Jesus Obi-Wan with the good hair. But they did two versions. They're like, Obi-Wan, we'll give you what you want. We'll give you the Artisan version with the wool hair. We'll also give you the sculpted. But Anakin, oh, we won't give you sculpted, at least not yet. It makes no sense. So, those were some of the May the 14th be with you drops. And then a couple days later, the official reveal of Darth Vader from Revenge of the Sith. Yes, we've been getting a ton of Darth Vaders. You got the Hano Darth Vader. You got the Battle Damage Vader from comics, or if you want to call it like the Mythos Vader. You got the Return of the Jedi Vader. There's the New Hope Vader. There's this is the Sideshow Collectibles Vader. There are a lot of Vaders out there. There's the Kenobi Show Vader. So many Vaders. I want them all. The quarter scale Vader. Oh, that one, I need that one. But this one is from Revenge of the Sith. The first time that Anakin is Vader and in the suit. And I love it. I'm gonna be, let's take a sneak peek at this beautiful thing. Star Wars fans. Now it comes in two flavors. So comes in two, count them, two flavors. Let's see if I can make this full screen. There we go. So you get, so this is the deluxe version. So with the, you know what, I guess I should go back to the non-deluxe so you can see, we'll just look at it as Vader. So you can see what comes with the non-deluxe. It's basically, yeah, so the non-deluxe, it looks like it's a wired cape. I didn't read the thing quite. I'm going to say it is a wired cape. I love this base. The kind of Death Star-y base. He's a little slimmer. He's freshly in the suit. The actual helmet is a little bit different than the New Hope and things that have come after. And yeah, this is and you get, here's the thing. Normally when you have a regular edition and a deluxe available, you won't get the head sculpt. It'll just be the helmeted version of it. But Hot Toys decided to give you the head sculpt along with it. Whether he's ever without the head sculpt after he puts everything on when he's out of a bacta tank, then, you know, that. So this is great. And when we get to the, wow, look at that. That's badass. Now when you get, and the head sculpt is gorgeous. You guys gotta, that's a, I hope it turns out to look like that. Let's see. So as you can see here, there is a difference between the masks. Let me see if I can. So this is the MMS 700, which is the Return of the Jedi Vader. The breathing, the chest plate is different between the two. The masks are definitely different. There's a, his belt kind of looks the same. The cod piece is different for sure. And then you have the rest of them. Oh, look at these. Look at me, I'm Vader. Close up of, golly, they did a fantastic job on this. I mean, look at it. Let me see if I can. I want to pop up the chat so I can see what everybody's saying. Let me do that real quick. All right, let me look over here with the chats. All right, let's put this back. So this is the non-deluxe, and this is what you get. So you get the separate rolling head sculpt. You get the with and without the helmet. This collar, is great. I have a Darth Vader helmet. You get this. I do like the stand, and then you get a cardboard backdrop with this. Okay, and then I don't know why they're showing. I guess they're showing the arms cross because of the hands. I don't know. Oh, you get a non-wired and wired cape. Okay, we'll see how good those are, because most of the time, especially with like Batman, you're buying a new cape to go with them. So this is pretty good, and this is $285. It is a pretty good. No, $315. My bad. Yeah, it's $315. Not bad. Love it. Now let's go to the deluxe. This is the one that I want, because I'll just have it in that scene. Normally I'm not like a museum style collector. I like to have them dynamic, but this is Vader. How dynamic can it be in that suit? And let me see. I'm gonna come back to you guys and see your thoughts real quick. So I'm loving this. Let's see. Let's go back up and chat. Nihilus Gray. I have had a Saturn 4K. Oh, some 3D printing. 4K from Elegoo unit. Unit for a year, and the files I bought wouldn't print, so I got frustrated, and it sits in my basement. Dude, I'm gonna talk about that frustration, so hold off on that. Let's see. In my opinion, every Commander Green, every day is a Star Wars day. Yes. So you buy your files, you got your own Patreon. I do not have my Patreon. I do have a Patreon. It's not set up for 3D printing yet, Jules. I buy some of the files. I've made some files. So let's see. Commander Green, who me about the clone collector? You know you are. Find Lestar, amazing Discord. Thank you. Windman, I actually 3D printed my own mouse droid. It's only 1/6 scale, but I did it. LOL. Yes. Jared, what is up? How have you been, my friend? Long time no see. Yes, Jared, how is it going? Welcome to the show. Commander Green, I'm so happy about this Darth Vader. Dude, I am too. I wish I could put myself in the corner here. No, I'll put baby in the corner. Hold on, let me do something real quick. Let's go to the main screen. I'm gonna set something up real quick. See the display screen. All right, so if I want to do it. All right, anyway, we'll just talk about this. I wanted to have myself on screen while we're chatting, but I'm gonna have to make a separate, what do you call it? A separate window for that. All right. Here we go. So this is really out of left field, right? I wasn't expecting this, were you? Let's see, Commander Green, 6 scale Sith says Vader is a bad mofo. Yes, he is one of the greatest villains in movie history. Commander Green, I also like the nylon suit. Yes, I was going to talk about that. The nylon suit, yes, for the posability and not having to worry about it flaking. Preston Hoskins, welcome, dude. What's up? Winman42, I love that pic on the rack with his left fist in the air as if he's saying, yes, I'm back, baby. I love, it's so Frankenstein, which is amazing. Homage to Frankenstein's monster. Love it. Fine Lestar, that is so amazing. It is. I want Vader eventually, but for me, Hayden is not under that helmet. I need a Jedi version. Yeah, the Anakin, yes. Winman. All right. So, like, the other thing that is awesome about this is these little droids. Look how cool they are. I'm loving those little, and the whole display looks fantastic. So yeah, these are just amazing. And I just love that first time that he gets put into the suit. We get to see it. Now, I wish the droids would float like this, but they're not going to float like that. You got to hide the, hide the wires. So badass. I love that the base is lit up. I mean, you know what? I feel like it's okay for him to say no here, but in Return of the Jedi, I know you're trying to make it rhyme, George. I know it's poetry, trying to make it rhyme, but it wasn't necessary. But anyway, this looks so cool. I will totally either have it like this or have him up with that moment where he's pulling it off. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Or this. Have it like this in the display. I might just have to make a full display case for this figure. They'll have their own. It'll have to be custom sized to make it look like this. Maybe, you know, you have your the Mustafar background. I'll have to look at that scene again. But yeah. And they definitely are two different. It's an MMS. It's not a DX. So there's that. Let's see. 1/6 Delight. Rhino Dioramas has 3D print files on Cults 3D. They have an awesome Back to the Future. Welcome Home. Oh! Seriously! I'm getting that. Thank you for sharing that. Preston, it would be cool if they added breathing sound effects to the base. That's a great idea, because the Tarkin Vader 2-pack, the Vader is supposed to have the breathing sounds in it. I have it. I haven't opened it up quite yet. I have the Tarkin 2-pack. I got to test that out. But putting it in the base is definitely what they need to do. Since there's so much room in there. Let's see. What's up, Collectors Republic? I was just talking about you. And your Batmobile. Right? Yeah. I'm just trying to, sometimes it's confusing because what people have as their YouTube username is not the same as their Discord username. It's not the same as their username on Facebook. So it's trying to, you know, get that situated. But we did show your Batmobile because you just got it, and we know you're very proud of it, and it's freaking awesome. MB Dyson, George doesn't really understand poetry. Right? He also doesn't understand how to write dialogue. He should have had somebody else come in and write the dialogue, like lay it all out, have somebody write the dialogue, like the original trilogy. It's basically what he did. A lot of people took a pass at those scripts. Star Wars Addict 77, welcome. Hello. Awesome to see you here live. We are talking Star Wars Addict. So yeah, I sell boards with motion sound effects if interested. Oh, you do? You'll have to, we'll have to talk, because I am thinking about having display cases with speakers and triggering sounds via, like, plugging in your figure, something like that. We can talk about that later, but that's awesome. I think you, Luminaire Strife is like, I think you sold me on that Vader. Listen, Darth Vader is my favorite character of Star Wars. Luke Skywalker is next. Obi-Wan, Obi-Wan, Yoda. Pretty much, I love the Jedi. You can't not love the Jedi, space magic. But, like, part of me wishes I could get 2. I can't. I don't even know if I can get the 1. I will figure it out. My goal is to collect every single Darth Vader from Hot Toys and Sideshow Collectibles, which I already have. And I already have the original trilogy versions of Vader. This would be a great addition. I need to get Rogue One. I need to get Kenobi. The last one will probably be the Mythos one. Mythos. Why do I say Mythos? It's like methane, Mr. Methane. I know my Brits say methane, but it's Mythos, right? It should be Mythos, right? I don't know. But yes, Vader is amazing. And to have this, I wouldn't even have them like this. Maybe I would from time to time switch it out, but I really would like to make its own Grail case. Because in my head, and when I talk about Grails, let me see. When I talk about Grails, like a Grail isn't necessarily, it's individual to the person, really. If we're really talking about true Grails, it's individual to the person. So if you're a collector, and like Ant-Man is your favorite character in the world, and that's your Grail, right? Even though you can buy Ant-Man, it's something that you want, that it's kind of not attainable at the moment. So a lot of us, when we call them Grails, and we've already attained them, I guess they're not Grails anymore? I don't know. But anyway, I would make a Grail case just for the table and everything, have it standing up. I'd actually make the case so that you can turn it on its side or have it up and down. So make it compatible to be adjusted if you want to have the table long ways or the table up and down. So it'll be wide enough and tall enough, and you can hang it on the wall if you want. You can put it on your table if you want. That's what I want to do with this Vader. When there's a figure that I freaking love, the juices start a-flowing. So yeah. And then that, again, we're seeing the head sculpt. It looks awesome. I mean, I hope it turns out. Now, all right, little downside for me is like the inside's painted. I know it would be expensive to make it, you know, see-through red or whatever. I know they're trying to make it look like the heads-up display is coming, but I don't know. Throw some LEDs in there. Let's make it even more expensive than it is, than the $495. And oh, look at these shots of its codpiece, baby. I know they're trying. You're not trying to show the capes. You're trying to show us junk, y'all. Come on, Hot Toys. But yeah, it's great that they come with 2 capes. I just hope the capes are good enough that you don't need to get a new cape. And then, look at this. I want these droids so bad. I wish they would light up, but us DIY people, we can add lights to these if we wanted to. A little drill, little USB cable. We can add them, figure out a way. I'm sure Hendra Wu fusion reactors might find a way to make these light up. but they're articulated, which is great. And this is all you get. So the only difference between the two is that you get the operating table. You get the droids, interchangeable, just the hand mech. But I think why couldn't we get the same base if we wanted to not have the table out? Why did we change it to this? I don't know. But yeah, this is my, of the week, this is my favorite character. And normally I don't give a crap about these little extra anniversary pieces, but I want to get the silver coin. I want to get this Revenge of the Sith. This is much cooler looking than the other coins that they had out there. So let us bring this down. Let's go to the main scene. Welcome to the main scene. All right. Real quick. Wow, it's already 5:15. I gotta shorten some of this stuff. There we go. Chat. Let's see. Luminaire Strife. Wasn't it his wife at the time that did the editing and reorganized the entire thing in post? Yes. George Lucas's wife. Also, Carrie Fisher, who was a well-known script doctor, she went through it and changed a lot of the dialogue. I just wish he would have, done that. Let's see. Star Wars, oh no. Collector's Republic, Vader is badass. Yeah, bought the Star Wars Attic 77, bought this Vader with table and plaque, had to so awesome and detailed. Yes, it's a must for any Vader fan. I love this. Preston Hoskins, I got 40th Vader and have coming the Mythos Vader, Rebels Vader, and Deluxe Edition Vader. Yes, I have all of those. One here and the other two, well, not the Mythos Vader. That's the only one I haven't pre-ordered. I'm waiting. I don't know why. I'm waiting for that one, but that Hano Vader, oh, the Rebels Hano Vader, love it. Let's see, one Collector's Republic. The outfit is pleather. This needs to change. I believe they said it's nylon for the current one. Now, how much of it's nylon? I don't know. Maybe all of it's nylon, because Luke Dark Empire Luke also is coming with nylon. But yeah, we need they can, in this day and age, the fabrics. You can get better fabrics, Hot Toys, and still not be that as expensive. Let's see. I'm thinking I'll have a Darth Vader shelf. Yeah, I might have to do that too. I don't know where I'm gonna put them. I'm gonna have to buy a house just for my figures, is what's gonna happen. Yeah, Star Wars Attic. It is nylon. This one is. So yeah. All right. So the next one I wanted to talk about real quick. We're gonna do a quick one. Jesus Obi-Wan from Attack of the Clones. Don't know why they, Revenge of the Sith. Attack of the Clones. Whatever. I'm not sad about it, but this is the sculpted version. We get the two versions of this, which is great. And the sculpted looks great. Personally, I do think they need to work on the head sculpt. That's me. Sculpted looks good, looks great. It comes with the blaster effects, which is cool. I don't know why they look rainbowy, but whatever. I enjoy them. I think for what it is, it looks good. I think this looks great. I still wish that they would sculpt a lip. I wish they would sculpt the lip first and then put the mustache on. I think what they're making the mistake of is just sculpting a mustache and making it a mound on the lip. Having this droid, awesome. I'm gonna have him fight Django, which would be great. So yeah, so this looks great. Regular sculpted hair. You have him with the Attack of the Clones Annie, which now I need to get. Chuck Norris said, this one looks bad. Yeah, they need to work on that sculpt. And again, the lip. Why do we get no lip? So I have a feeling this one is going to be pushed off and pushed off and pushed off. And hopefully it turns out like the Kenobi, the Kenobi TV show Kenobi, or the Clone Wars Kenobi. They need to, you know, go and refine it. I mean, they got the mole right. That's in the right spot. But this area right here, like, sculpt the lip. I don't even think the mustache came over the lip, right? And the nose. It's his forehead and eyes, just not this. So, yeah. I mean, all lighting sometimes. So here's, you get the droid, you get all the separate rolling eyeballs. I believe this one was $285. You get the blast effects. Looks great. And you get, I want to say that's Geonosis's floor, or the, I don't, because this is Attack of the Clones. He didn't go to Mustafar from what I remember. Did he? Oh my God, am I blanking? Am I going senile? No, he didn't go to and then to what, the Artisan version. I do like the hair. I know some people, you know, Hot Toys is iffy, but I do like this hair for me over the sculpted. Although yesterday when I was in a stream, and everybody was like, I got the sculpted, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should have just got the sculpted. And but I like this one. The only difference between this one and the other one is the hair. You don't get anything different. There's no premium anything. I don't even think the boots are leather. They're never leather. But I like the hair better on this one. I just wish that they fix the sculpt before it comes out. So yeah. What do you guys think? Yeah, there it is. Jesus Obi-Wan. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it looks good, then sometimes the sculpt doesn't. It's lighting, it's the way the eyes are moved, it's angle. Again, I wish when they said Artisan, it would be closer to like the stuff you would get from InArt, which after the next figure we're going to talk about is an InArt figure, and it just blows everything away. Let's see. Oh, I lost the chat. I'm sorry. Again, I'm not unable to put the chat on screen because some incompatibility issue with Chrome and what I was using. So Star Wars Act 77. This one looks bad. Chuck Norris and Drunk Thor. Yeah, I like I said, I feel like I would like it to be fixed or like refined before we get to that end. Also, they need to find somebody to make mustaches. Why can't somebody... Hot Toys, you need to get a sculptor that knows how to make mustaches on a lip. Like, look, I still got my lip. You don't sculpt the mustache and make it a mound to pretend a lip is there. You still can see the lip. I need to trim this, by the way, so I can, yeah. Windman42, love the look of this figure. I do Attack of the Clones. Next, we're just waiting on Padawan Obi-Wan, which would be great to have. You know what I just had this thought in my head. Shame on them if they bring out an Artisan Leia and it be only 3,000 or less figures. I'm just saying that right now. Leia and Padme, like if you do an Artisan Padme and fix the sculpt, or do a Queen Amidala, don't do it Artisan. Or don't do it exclusive. Do what you did with Black Widow. You got 4,000 regular Black Widows and 2,000 with the Iron Man arm Black Widow for the Artisan. So that's 6,000 Black Widows. Still sold out! But they had enough Black Widows for everyone. MB Dyson, I actually went for this one even though I don't buy too many Star Wars. I want to do an Obi-Wan versus Django on the display. Yeah, exactly. That's what I want to definitely do for this. Now, let us go to, I mean, this figure just, what we're about to see just blew me away. And I've been waiting for a company to do this figure right, because my guys at Star Ace, it looks more like a Alan Rickman body double stand-in than Snape. But here we go. InArt announced from the Half-Blood Prince, and I believe Snape was the Half-Blood Prince, right? He had the book. Anyway, my Harry Potter fans out there will correct me. God, I'm looking at this right now. I'm just like in awe of this figure. Gorgeous. Let me fix this and fix this. Wow. Now that is a head sculpt. I passed on the original, on the Harry Potter and Hermione, and because I would love them in either Goblet of Fire or later. But this is glorious. And look at that hair. They are only doing a rooted version of Snape. And I mean, yeah, you have to. I mean, you could have done sculpted. But this figure is just amazing looking. I love it so much. The base Severus Snape. The only thing, nice cloak and cape. Wait, I wonder if they have Snape's wand at the Wizarding World. I can't remember, but I'm going there I'm going to Epic Universe in June. I'm doing a whole week. I was supposed to be in Japan, but the costs kept on going up. Look at this. They got Alan Rickman's essence in this figure. The facial expression is just like perfect for Snape. It's just like, you see, there's like that pain behind the eyes. It looks so good. And I've been having trouble deciding who the heck am I going to get this from. Should I go 1/6 Kit? Because I love Kit. I trust Kit. It's hard for me not to go Kit. Do I go Pop Culture in Australia? Because they have the option of getting this and then sending it. And would I still be affected by the de minimis tariff, which is anything under $800 gets charged like 30% tariff. It used to be 0. So there's that. So the decisions. Now, as we go through these and we get to the main accessories and stuff, so you can see here you get a bunch of different hands. There's the magnetic base, his herbs, and his herbs and potions and herbology, and his the book of potions there. Great. The potion, the kettle. I love the accessories. I just wish. Wait, is that all of them? Wait, no. No, they're not showing me the. All right, I wish they would put a table. Like, give us a table to put the potions on. Doesn't have to be fancy. Just a little table. Oh. Like, I don't know. I don't understand why they didn't just give the table. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Find Lestar. Not a Harry Potter guy, but this is incredible. Why does InArt do what Hot Toys can't? Well, they're trying to establish themselves as something different. They only have the Warner Brothers licenses, so that's why Harry Potter's in here. There are some really good Warner Brothers licenses that they could maybe possibly do. I'm looking at, I know Sideshow came out with a Beetlejuice, but I would love to see what InArt would do with a Beetlejuice. There are, is 300 a Warner Brothers thing? I can't, I hope, like if it was, that'd be great. Get some 300 figures, because Star Ace didn't do a good job, and there's only Hot Toys did one of them. Did Leonidas. Leonidas! That's my man, Leonidas! MB Dyson, I don't know what I did wrong, but I feel like he's disappointed in me. Yeah, right? That face. He's like, why are you doing? I can't do Snape. If I worked on it, I could do it. Let's see. Pedro. People are going to want a potion table for the accessories if we only knew someone who does 3D prints. You know what? That's a good idea. If they don't give, you know, potions table, that would be great. To print one and then paint. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna have to look into that. Maybe design it myself and just give it out. Let's see, Collector's Republic. That's the prototype head. It would be amazing if it comes out as good as this. Yes, it is the prototype head. But if we go back and look at some of the other InArt figures, like Aragorn had an issue. Yes, there were some issues with Aragorn. But the Gandalf was a great... the Paul Atreides. Paul Atreides came out... it looked exactly like the proto. So I'm hoping, I'm with you, cautiously optimistic that that it comes out like this. I'm still gonna pre-order it because I have a feeling it's going to come out like this. And to try to find one of these after the fact, good luck trying to get one, and for not that expensive. Yes, find Lestar. Jazz Inc. does have the WB license. Right now they're utilizing the Batman license, although the Catwoman and the Penguin are going to be blocked in the US, are blocked in the US from us ordering from a US retailer because of Hot Toys and Sideshow. So you can't get like the Batman Returns Catwoman or the Batman Returns Penguin, which is coming up, or the Batman. the Batman the Animated Series figures, which Mondo has the license for North America, which I prefer Mondo if we're going to talk about that. But yes, WB license is in Jazz Inc. Nobody cares. Like, Jazz Inc. is cool. I guess Hot Toys doesn't care if they sell the vehicles, which is great. So yeah. Scott! Hey, mate! I see Snape is on the screen. Yeah, I had it ordered the moment it went up. LOL. Yes, this is... Scott, this is going to be my first InArt figure. Man, I lost the chat. I wish I could... let me put the chat back up. This is going to be my first InArt figure, and it will probably be a family figure that will go down in the pop culture living room. The reason why the channel is called Pop Culture Living Room is because my wife and I decided to make our living room, let's talk real quick. We decided to make our living room to be all pop culture items, things that we liked, from art prints to statues to figures to whatever. So our living room right now, we have I have really cool Star Wars prints from Matt Ferguson, which I love. We have lightsabers on the wall. We have Hayao Miyazaki prints on our wall with Hayao Miyazaki figures and statues on floating shelves down there. We have some Game of Thrones stuff down in the living room. We have the premium format Leia from A New Hope. We got a lot of like statues, a lot of Transformers statues. So Snape is gonna go down there. He will be joined by, whenever Caustic Plastic does their Gareth, he will be joined by Gareth. That will be another family figure down there. So there are things that we all enjoy in this house, and Harry Potter is one of them. So yeah, Snape coming home. All right, so you saw the Snape figure. I know it's a prototype. And I know the Artisan Obi-Wan is a prototype, but like, why? I feel like Hot Toys rushes all of this shit, where, InArt, when they were ready to announce Snape, they fully announced it. They showed him at different cons, but he wasn't ready. The cooking wasn't done. So, like, why I don't understand, like, why they don't just take their time, actually have somebody who knows how to root. And rooting is just gluing onto the head. So yeah. Let's go real quick. 300 is WB. Great, MB Dyson. Those motherfuckers should get the 300 license and make Leonidas. Because that's what I want. I want that. I know Hot Toys has a good one, but I need an updated one. Maybe, you know who else could get the license? J&D, and do a fully silicone body. I don't know. I would love that. Leo Soto, Costa and crew, thanks for making my day. I will catch the rest later. I have to take care of a few last minute items for my son's graduation. Congratulations! That is a big thing. We just had a graduation last week also here. Congrats, and you have a wonderful weekend also. Scott, yes, my first. I thought you had some of the others. I didn't get them. They happened at it, so like, all right. So, InArt Joker, not my cup of tea. I will, if InArt does Ra's al Ghul, Scarecrow, if they do stuff from Batman Begins, I'll be in. I like The Dark Knight. But my favorite one is Batman Begins. I like a good origin story, and Christopher Nolan, amazing job. I didn't get the regular Joker. I wasn't a fan of not regular Joker. The Joker, the Joaquin Phoenix Joker. It was an okay movie. I know, hot take. It's an okay movie. Come on. The other figures, the Harry Potter ones. So here's the sad thing about that. I wasn't sure I wanted them because of they're from Sorcerer's Stone or Philosopher's Stone for my people outside of the U.S. or the North America, and they look amazing. But also at the time, a lot of things were happening, and by the time I was ready to go get it, the rooted hair one gone, and I didn't want to pay like $700 or whatever it was going for. And I know now every so often one will pop up, and it's like $400 to $500, which is like almost retail. I think it is retail. So I didn't, and once I didn't get Harry, I was like, I can't get the other two, and I don't want to get the sculpted Harry, because then I don't want the sculpted Ron, and I want the Hermione doesn't come sculpted. So like, how could you have Hermione and as not sculpted, and the other ones are sculpted? Anyway, yes, I missed out on the first one, so I'm hoping, since this is Half-Blood Prince, that we get either Goblet of Fire or later of Harry, Hermione, and Ron, and Sirius Black, and Lupin, and Mad-Eye McGee, and Mad-Eye Mooney. Sorry, Mad-Eye McGee. And all of the Weasleys. I need all those redheads. Gingers unite. I lost my ginger birthmark. I had a red patch since I was born, and now it's turned gray. Sadness. Windman42, maybe Star Ace can make some 300 figures. Probably come. They did make 300 figures. They made their version of Leonidas. They also made his wife, and then they made from the sequel. They made figures, and they're not 150. Yeah, but let's see. Windman's getting the Caustic Plastic Lupin the Third figures. Those look great, and I saw that they made an update, and it was to the watch, and people were like, I wish I've never seen Lupin, and I know that Miyazaki worked on Lupin the Third, but yeah, I am probably gonna get let me see if I can find it. I wonder if it's still available. I wanted the custom version of this, but when I reached out to the guy, it was expensive. And I got 4 kids. So, your money goes right down to them, which is okay. It's okay. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. It is... if it's still here, that means it's still available and I can still pre-order it. And if it's not here, then sad days. And I guess I'll have to find it later, unless it doesn't. I mean, it might not come out looking like this either, because these third parties sometimes are hit and miss. All right, there it is. So this, let's see. I've never heard of this company, but they have, I mean, it looks good. It does not look as good as the rooted, what do you call it? It's not as good as the rooted custom one. And I'm wondering if these guys copied, or, did I don't know if you can see that. It's Miyazaki. Look at that. I don't know. I don't like this version, but like the serious face, yes. Maybe have that to like that. I wish you could only just get one, but you have to buy both in this. But yeah, I love this Miyazaki. Yeah. So so yeah, let's see, what did all right, let's yeah, Lee is doing the Potter. I've got, or Leah. Is it Leah or, yeah, it's Leah, because that's how my daughter Aaliyah spells her name. I've got the Lord of the Rings figures. I do have Superman, Paul Atreides, and Dark Knight Joker 2. My next one, well, it depends on what they decide to announce next, but that Superman Reeves 2-pack, they need to, it's been a couple of years since they've shown it. It looked, I have a feeling that they have really elevated that figure set, and I want them, I hope it gets released soon. So yeah, Windman40, bro, we have to get you to watch some Lupin films. Yeah, dude, I'm open to, like, so right now my anime slate, we got Apothecary Diaries. Guys, if you have not, here are the animes that I'm currently watching. Apothecary Diaries. If you're not watching Apothecary Diaries, run to Netflix or Crunchyroll right now. First 2 seasons. It's great. Love it. Watching it with the fam. Such a great. 2. Dan to Dan. Cannot wait for the 2nd season, which is popping up over the summer. Probably going to go see the first, I think they're doing the first 2 or 3 episodes in theaters in the first week of June. So that's coming up soon. Excited. Sakamoto Days. Oh, fine. I love that show. Sakamoto Assassin. I love how he is fat, and then when he fights a lot, he turns back to his skinny self. But then it's a great show. There's one, Demon Slayer. The 3 movies are coming up. The first one coming out in the U.S. in the fall. I cannot wait for the Demon Slayer movies. Moonlit Fantasy. That's one where I tend to like. I forget what they're called. It's a specific type of anime where you get reincarnated into a role-playing game world. Moonlit Fantasies like that are actually the kid didn't die. He was transported by a Japanese god who put him in this world. But then there's reincarnated as a vending machine. Now I walk the dungeon. Mwah! I love it. I got Box. Oh, I do. There he is. There's the character, Boxo. What else am I watching? There's what My Happy Marriage, which it's not happy. It's not happy. But it just finished, I think, its 3rd season. It's starting to get weird, which is we love weird. God, I can't. We watched Reincarnated as a Slime, but once you get like 3 seasons in, you're like, all right, it's the same thing over and over again. I need to get into. There's some other ones that I want to get into, but I will look up Lupin, and yeah, we'll get on that. Windman. Scott says 2-pack Reeves is a grail for me. It will be amazing. Yes, like. You have to have the Clark Kent and the Superman. I love the fact that they're doing it as a 2-pack. I love it. Scott also says, rejig the cabinet in my lounge. Dropped you in the IG. Hopefully finish my office one soon. Just got to order the backboard and perspex. Yes, awesome. Let me pull that up real quick. Instagram. That's awesome. Luminaire. Yeah, solo leveling should be checked out. Yes, it is on the list. I know that they are stopping at season 2 at the moment, and a lot of people aren't happy about that. But I don't know if it's the same issue as Black Clover, where they caught up to the manga. That's another one, Black Clover, which is going to, the manga is restarting, so maybe they'll be restarting the Black Clover series. But yeah, Solo Leveling is definitely on that list. Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen, I've watched. Yeah. So, the last thing we're going to talk about is 3D printing and how bullshit it is sometimes. It's like, for 2 weeks, guys, I couldn't get anything printed. Nothing would sit on the plate. Or if it did sit on the plate, the thing would move so quickly, shit would get ripped apart. I couldn't figure this out to save my life. 2 weeks. I was like, you know what? I can't do this. I gotta stop. Like, it started out great. I've printed a bunch of stuff. The 1/6 scale Death Star wall panel, which will be a single panel. I still need to sand it, you know, make it, if you can see, there's seams here and there's a seam here. So we got to take the seam around it out, and the seam, not the seam that goes down the center. That's actually supposed to be there. There's supposed to be a little separation there. But like the seams in the thing. So we're gonna, you know, fill this stuff in, paint it, put some acrylic, white acrylic, put some lights around the outside. I'm thinking about just doing WLED, the SK6812s, because they are like RGBW lights. So you'll get your, I don't think it'll be as bright, although I am using the either 144 per meter, so 144 LEDs per meter, or the 95 LEDs per meter. One of those two will be used, which then you can do some cool designs. I was thinking about doing like putting the LED lights on a panel and like putting the panel in so that you can have the lights do their funky thing. Anyway, but I was having trouble for like 2 weeks. Just a pile of plastic. That's all I had. Piles of plastic. And then in the Discord, and I'm let's see, their Discord name is, now I don't know if it's the slicer, but I moved from what do you call it? I moved from the slicer that came with the printer, which was the Anchor Make slicer, which is also based off of the Prusa slicer, which is also based off of, I'm gonna get it wrong, I want to say it's the Cusa slicer. There's an original, or slicer. It's based off a slicer, like the original slicer, and then it's open source, and you have Prusa, and then Bamboo is based off of Prusa, which is, but then they made their own version proprietary, I guess. You know, so I moved to Orca, which is like the newest and coolest thing that has so many extra, you know, things that you can add and do to it, which I love, because being able to have nice corners is a big deal, especially when you're making something like this, and to be able to add like brims to this, or the mouse ears is what I've been using for all these prints, especially for the frames that are like this small. Like this is look how thin that frame is. It's a very thin frame. So, and like this frame and these. So you can see there's no warping on these. These printed out great. Let's see. And then, you know, this goes into here, but there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. Oh, wow, this fits perfectly in there without any sanding. I sanded this, but I didn't work on this one, which needs to be worked on. So I switched the slicer, when I first tried to print using the new slicer and stuff, because now I have to have a USB thumb drive to go from my computer to the printer. It started up and it said that there was 39 hours of printing time left. And I was like, what the hell did I do? But what I've learned is that the time left, for some reason, the printer I have is just not recognizing it. It's not recognizing the time left, and that's it, which is great. Also, it is using the max speed for this printer, which it says it's like 600 millimeters per second. And I was like, oh no, it won't, you know, things won't lay down. It'll rip it up, because that's what was happening. It was moving so fast, it was not laying, and then when it would do the next layer, it would just shred it off. So then I just started, I was just like, you know what, I'll make a set and let's see what happens. With the new Orca slicer and stuff, and using their settings for the printer. And man, it started working, and this was 3 days ago. And in those 3 days, I just started printing all kinds of stuff. I was like, we gotta get this going. We don't know when it's gonna die down. I don't even know what I did. And that's the thing. I feel like it's all about luck. I'm like, what did I do to fix this? I've been doing the same stuff. Like, I haven't changed my routine. Like, I clean the bed after every print. I spray it with alcohol. I wipe it down with alcohol. I clean the nozzle. You know, I make sure that the nozzle's clean. It is crazy that I've done everything the same, and now for the last 3 days, it has been printing amazing. No problems. So, I feel, and it's probably not true, but I feel like 3D printing, we'll say it's 90% dumb luck. Although there are a lot of guys out there, and if you go to their YouTube channels, you know, they're cosplayers and just people who do 3D printing for 3D printing's sake and have channels that are 3D printing, and they have just, it seems like whenever they do something, it's all perfect, you know, and they have like 5,000 printers in one room. I just feel it's like it just depends on the day. So I'm like I'm one who believes that like failure in life is necessary to grow as a person. If you succeed in everything at all the times, things are going to get boring in life, and you should take those failures as a lesson, right? You should take anything that happens in your life that is just, I know it sucks, right? I know it sucks. Things suck when things that aren't positive are happening in your life. They suck. But you got to take that and do the whole, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but you do have to take the fucking lemon and make lemonade out of it. So over the last few years, especially with this YouTube channel, because there have been a lot of failures with this YouTube channel, and I feel like right now there's a lot of failures happening because I'm not growing like I was, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that I haven't put up videos, but a lot of, you know, it still feels like a failure, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to let that get me down. So I try not to let the 3D printer get me down, because we are going to make this 3D printing thing work. And it is important to learn from your failures. And that is what I'm, what I try to do. And a lot of the stuff you don't see on camera, there's a lot of I have a lot of materials that I bought thinking, oh, I'm gonna make this amazing thing, and then you try to make the amazing thing and the amazing thing doesn't work. So yeah. So I feel that 3D printing at the moment for me is just about dumb luck. And eventually I'm gonna learn, I will probably find out what I was doing, what happened, probably by watching a video or seeing somebody post something, maybe in our Discord, maybe on some of the 3D printing sites, and going, oh, that's why that wasn't printing that time. So yeah. So we have a bunch of, stuff, and I wanted to show you these pieces. Now, these pieces that I printed are for this Grail case. So we have the floors. Right now they're in 2 pieces, but I'm gonna glue those together, but we're gonna keep that line in the middle. We're not gonna fill in that line. We're gonna make it look like it's 2 tiles coming together, which is awesome. And I love the fact that when you 3D print stuff like this, and you put in the measurements, they're perfectly made for this thing. And I'm thinking I might have to readjust what I did, because I took off 1 millimeter for each side, thinking that would be too tight. But I'm looking at it now, and it's a little, there's a little bit of movement, and it would be cool. And I love for these little cases. You can't 3D print something for your large cases. You just go with the wood. But for these little cases, you can 3D print like any floor. And if you have or you make a model, or you find a model that you could, put on top of here and have it all printed together, or glue it onto the shelf. It's awesome. So that's the start right here. This is the back. Over here's the back of the case. So we're gonna have, let me see if I can put this in here. I got this and this one. All right, so this is the first one of these I print. So my plan is to take this and we're gonna put it in the back. So we're gonna put, let's see, this in the middle. Why was this working for me yesterday? Isn't this the way, guys? Actually, the way I had it was, all right, so I'm doing it 2 ways. So we're gonna have 1 panel in the middle and 2 small panels on the side. And the 1 panel in the middle, I have 2 choices. I've decided we can go with the traditional light panel, like this. So you got, your traditional light panel in the middle, with a computer terminal and a regular wall on the sides, which is cool. Or you can do, so we'll take these off, and I printed computer panel. And if you can see, there are holes, so we can put lights behind it. Now, the thing about this is I wish there were more detailed pictures of the Death Star, so I can know what details and how to add the details to this. Because I know there is a little bit of color. So this wall looks like this. And see, so and you have the holes. We're gonna stick LEDs behind the holes, and how how much filament did it take me to build the floors? Oh, I can tell you. That's easy. Let me pull the floors in, and I'll tell you how much filament. And that's from Collector's Republic. Let's see, new. The floors are also, they're only 5 millimeters thick. I did make a set that were 1 centimeter, but they were too thick. These are just super strong. They have fill, the infill is nice. Where's my 3D printing? 3D print files by me. Let's see. No, I don't want that. Oh, here. All right, so let's slice it. So this would be, why does this look so small? No, Prusa. Why did it pop in the Prusa slicer? I don't know. So what size do I have this shelf? The shelf I have. Oh, this is only half of it. All right, so let's see real quick. It takes up so about 114 grams for the full shelf. And yeah. And this one is about 1 hour and 28 minutes to print. So I hope that that helps. Let's see. Windman, so true. Reference failure. You need it for growth. Stuck? Reach out to your friends for help. Yes, exactly. When 2 tiles go to war, a floor is all that you can score. Relax. I'm sorry. Let's see. Standard spool filament is 1 kilogram of filament on 1,000 grams. So yeah, and this is about 114 grams. So yeah. And recently I've gotten my filament from Amazon. I don't care the color so much I'm sorry about that. I don't care the color so much since I'm going to paint these. So I use Sunlu, and it's been good for me so far. And I've gotten, like, this black filament was $14.95. And then I got some white filament for $13. And I had gray filament that I got for under 20 bucks. I think it was also 15. So if you go out there and you look for spools, and this is a 1 kilogram spool of PLA. This is PLA. Yeah, you can find deals. And normally, and since I know this brand is working for me, whenever they have a sale, I will get the cheapest one, because like I said, I plan on sanding and painting these, so it doesn't matter what color comes out of it. So like I said, the next thing we'll see if I can. The next thing I want to do is take this, and I got these 2 little ones. They'll go on the side. I'm going to show you in a not a picture. I'll bring out the other. I'll bring out the other camera so you can see what I'm talking about. Oh, I didn't print a second set. Anyway, so if you Actually, I'm just gonna pull up the picture I have. Actually, you see the picture in the no, you didn't see it. Yeah, you see the picture in the thumbnail, but let me pull it up so that pop culture living room is a living room, pop culture living room. Where did I put that picture? No, not there. Dang, I know I downloaded it somewhere. I guess not. I guess I will show you. I will show you. So, and then, yeah. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh, nope, not that one. There we go. So, here, let me move this stuff. So, you'll have so one way I plan on doing this, so I'm going to do two different, oh, look at me. I'm going to do sorry guys. I'm going to do two different cases into two different styles. So one is going to have the computer terminal thing as the up front, and then, oh, is this showing upside down? Oh, there we go. So it's going to look like this, and then there's going to be another one of these on this side. And then the other one I'm going to do is this. Hold on. I have this in the center. That in the center with computer, terminal on each side. Or a computer terminal and then a regular wall. Maybe have one of those walls that have maybe a pipe comes out. So I think that'll be cool. I also bought some blast doors. So I'm gonna try to make one that is just a blast door background. So yeah, those are the things. Anybody have? Let's see what the chat is saying. And I think Windman has been sending me messages. Let's see. Yeah, oh. Anyway, all right. So, this is the 3D print stuff that I'm working on at the moment. But the AT-AT head is still in play. I learned that the interior of that AT-AT is not accurate, so I'm going to try to rework it to make it somewhat, movie accurate. It's not going to be completely movie accurate. You just can't. But I did pre-order the TIE Fighter pilot, so I want to make the TIE cockpit, which I think would be cool too. So as soon as we're done with this, I might just start printing. After I print, I think once I get all the pieces I need for the Grail cases, I'm going to just start printing the TIE Fighter cockpit because that is going to be massive. And I have to cut the pieces. A standard spooler filament has 1 kilogram. Okay. Bottom line, you can get a lot of prints out of one spool. You can. And depending on how much you pay per the 1K, you could, per gram, it's pennies. So yeah. And then, oh yeah, I did send you a pic. But now I showed, this. Does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have anything that they are interested that they might want to see on one of these live streams? We try to do, a little bit of everything. Talk toys, talk channel, talk your collection and your display cases, talk about building display cases. So, yeah, do you guys have any anything that you'd be interested in, or any questions. Do you have any questions about the garage shelf or the other shelves that have a lot of junk on them right now that I wish I just finish, which each episode of the new vlog will be that. If you had a good love the Die Hard, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I try to do something different. Try to keep it collectible focused, but also, since the channel has morphed into this building DIY displays, and now we're doing diorama stuff. Maybe there'll be a painting tutorial. I don't even know. I'm learning all this stuff just like you guys. So we're doing this together. But yes, Collector's Republic, 23 watching, smash the like button. If you are watching this on the replay, yes, please smash the like button. If you want to help out the channel, we have merch. There's Points of Articulation shirt, which is one of my favorite ones that I had AI make this. Yeah, yes, AI. We have Vader on the couch. We have a full store. All the proceeds go to just getting more material to build stuff, buying PLA, buying. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. Oh my God, I forgot to tell you guys about this project that I'm starting, because it's all part of trying to finish this room. I am going to make kind of like a Detolf case, kinda, I guess. Magicase kind of tried to make their own Detolf case. They did. So I'm gonna do that. I don't know. I think I'm gonna make it twice as wide because I want it to fit in a certain place. But the tutorial will be able to explain how to do it at any size that you want it. You just follow it, change the dimensions, and then boom. And I want to put that on that wall. I'm gonna put mine on the wall, but it will be. I bought feet so that you could put it on the ground, on the floor, and have it in any room. Like I said, you can make it any size. We're gonna try to make it easily made, where you can just go onto Amazon and buy your aluminum. So that's what I'm doing now, and you might see behind the scenes stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait to do it. Let's see, Nihilist Gray. What's the best video to watch to explain how you hide the level holes on the garage shelf? Are you talking about you're talking about on the frame? So there's two ways I hide these, and right now there are two videos, and one of the things, which is going to be a massive undertaking, is to take all of the garage shelf videos, push them in one, add all the new things that I've learned into them. Hopefully I can find all of the videos from the old stuff, but I want to make one big video tutorial for this. But to hide the holes in the back, I use the whole the back panel. A lot of people like to put a back panel behind it and just do one big one and not cut them individually. But I like the fact that I can hide the frame from there. And then the other way to hide them is your acrylic on the front and on the sides will have this border, and it covers up the holes. And there are two ways you can make that border now. You can use the vinyl tape method, which is the original method, or you can use the spray paint method, which I'm making a video right now. So So yeah, so that's how I hide the stuff. I need to get new acrylic for this front because I've said this before. I accidentally dropped one of these. You can't, actually, it was this one. I dropped this, cracked it at the bottom. I had to cut it. So now there's a gap here. So, and it's bugging me. And I want to do the new paint style of spray painting on this instead of doing the tape, but the tape still looks good. So yeah, that is the way you hide those. So go to the original part 1 garage shelf and then part 2 garage shelf. Oh, thanks, Bro Collector. Yeah, become a member. I promise for $1.99 you do get a lot of stuff. I know a lot of YouTubers will just throw $1.99 and you know, it's just to be a member, but you do get now you get the videos 7 days before when I upload them. I promise I'm gonna make it good to you guys. I promise you'll get Randall content. You'll get there's a shirt that you can buy that is members only with all the members that are currently members on the back, which I need to update now because there have been a couple of people that have joined in the last day or so. So we will be updating that shirt next year in 2026. That shirt will I think I'm making them only available in certain colors and certain there's a design that's on the shoulder. We're going to change that too. I'm working on I don't know if I'll do another tier. I think I'll just leave it as one tier and just add rewards on that. But on Patreon, I'm going to do something different. It'll be a little bit different where all of the videos will be available without commercial. Yeah, ads. Without ads. When I make files, not when I make files. I plan on doing a lot of things where you can just download. We're going to be giving stuff away. Oh, that reminds me, yeah. I think I'm going to attempt to do my first giveaway. We're going to see how this turns out. And I'm going to give one of these away. Just the panel with the lights. I got to figure out how to close up the back. I don't even know if it needs to be closed up, especially if you're putting it up against the wall. But I'm going to make one of these. If this turns out good, I will make a second one, and it will be a giveaway with all the LED lights and the acrylic inside. So I'm excited about that too. I forgot to mention that. I gotta start writing this stuff down in the notebook. So yeah, become a member and get all these wonderful perks. Let's check the chat one more time. I'm gonna have to fix that out. Preston says, can't wait to see that. Preston says, can't wait to see the painting of the acrylic also. Yeah, like you can go check out the live stream that it's on, but this is more, I'm like talking about it and showing it. It's more like the regular videos that I do with the tutorials. And I'm really excited about the other one because you can, it's going to be fun. It's going to be, it shouldn't be as expensive as some of the other cases out there. But yeah, anyway, I love you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Yes, Pedro, I'm happy when I see all of you guys here. Pedro, I hope you will have a great weekend as well. Yeah, peace out, guys.